The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi, and we're coming to you from Parks Racing. We're going to bring you all the latest in horse racing and news from around the country. On today's show, Parks horses were out dominating stakes races around our local area. We're going to talk about some very special horses coming up. But yeah, it was all about Parks, really.
It really was, Danny. We talked last week about how a couple horses were going down to Laurel and some open stakes, see how they would do down there. Another horse going to Monmouth Park on Sunday in an open stake, see how he would do, and turned out they all did really well.
Oh, definitely making us proud. But it's some local races that are catching our attention. Let's talk about this week's 8th race on the turf. It's a starter allowance going 1 mile and 70 yards. $30,000 purse, and our post-time favorite is coming back off a win, the number 3, Just in Time for Wine, for trainer Patrick Reynolds.
It could not have been any more impressive in the recent win. Danny got loose on the lead and was just long gone, won by 4 lengths.
Lupe Preciado sends out our second choice, Road Trip to Nowhere. Well, that's never good. It's jockey Frankie Pennington.
I love the name, and I actually picked this horse on Sirius on Saturday. I just thought that it set up pretty nicely for him, and he turns out he's going to run pretty well.
8 starts, always in the money. I'd say that's pretty good. Well, here's Chris Griffin with this week's local race.
Just in Time for Wine and Luis Rodriguez Castro, they've got the lead. They're up by a length, now called a length and a half. Indoctrinate is tracking in second. At the Rail is Hey Padre in third. Road Trip to Nowhere is a touch wide there, is in the 4 spot. Then Semaranti looking for room, Texas Basin. Another 3 back to Mean Machine, and the Triller still Judicial Restraint. They work to the backstretch, and Just in Time for Wine is clear. It's Just in Time for Wine, still up by 2. Indoctrinate, Hey Padre is patiently ridden. At the Rail is now going to challenge for the second spot as they approach a half mile left to go. Road Trip to Nowhere out in the center of the course. Semaranti, Texas Basin, Mean Machine is called upon, is trying to cut into the margin and still at the back. Judicial Restraint. 48 seconds flat for the half-mile time. Just in Time for Wine, trying to take them all the way. Hey Padre is down towards the inside at the Rail. Here comes a wide run from Road Trip to Nowhere, who's ready to challenge Indoctrinate. That's the leading 4. They approach a quarter mile left to go. Indoctrinate and Angel Castillo, they've taken the lead. It's Indoctrinate. Just in Time for Wine is tightly at the rail. Nowhere to go right now for Hey Padre, just needs a seam. Road Trip to Nowhere is tipping towards the outside. They approach a furlong left to go, and it's still Indoctrinate and Just in Time for Wine. Hey Padre is going to drop down towards the inside, looking for running room. Road Trip to Nowhere, center of the course. Indoctrinate is very game, but Just in Time for Wine is kicked back. Just in Time for Wine.
Well, Just in Time for Wine and jockey Luis Rodriguez Castro making the return to Parks for a big win, and really dug in there for that.
Yeah, look, I think that anytime this horse comes around, you got to respect. This was 2 in a row. Obviously has the speed and is dangerous here at Parks.
Yeah, Luis Rodriguez Castro used to ride here at Parks, lost his bug here, and he's doing really well. He rides in New York,
rider.
mostly at Aqueduct.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's time for our first break, but don't go anywhere because Chubb Wagon, Baron, and a Turf, maybe the next Ben's Cat, will be coming up next on our national coverage.
Into the far turn run, Special Reserve, Baron right there between. Wonder where Craig is on the outside.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
The PA Horse Breeders Association introduces the Pennsylvania Stallion Series. 4 brand new races to be run at parks for PA-sired, PA-bred 2-year-olds. There are 2 $100,000 contests on August 22nd, PA Day at the races. September 24th, PA Derby Day, has 2 more races, each with a $200,000 purse. The PA Stallion Series, yet another reason why Pennsylvania is the premier place to breed and race. For more, please visit pabred.com.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs,
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
all across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania, it's a winner.
Welcome back to our national coverage brought to you by the Chapman Auto Group. If their emblem's not on the back of your car or truck, well, you did pay too much. And it's time for the queen. She was down at Laurel Park and the $100,000 Alma North Stakes, 6.5 furlongs. This is part of the match series. You guys hear us talking about that quite a bit. And Chubwagon is our 4-5 favorite.
Of course she is, Danny. Why wouldn't she be? She's 11 of 12 lifetime with 1 second. Made a strong comeback here on the 27th of June at 5/8, which really isn't her best distance, but she was able to get by Hey Mama Luke at the end. It's a pretty good field there. I mean, Phil Desprez just most recently beat your best friend, the great Cinnabunny up at Penn National. Got a career high 99 buyer. Kayla is a big factor in this match series. So this is, even though it's only 5 horses, it's a pretty good field, but it's always all about Chubwagon.
Some fast fillies and mares here. Here's the call of the Alma North Stakes.
And they're off of the Alma North. Chubwagon out first with Fia Desprez. Chitara down to the inside, right there too. A Chubwagon just in front. Chubwagon 3/4 of a length, allowing room at the rail for Chitara to try to prompt on through. And Fia Desprez in 3rd position. And by the best out of the inside, and Kayla Soares trailing the field. So Chitara's going to be the one to run with Chubwagon on the outside. Chitara's grabbed the lead. Chitara is the leader by a neck from Chubwagon in 2nd. Long shot by the best is in 3rd. Fia Desprez hustled along there in the 4th spot, 3 from the front. And Kayla Soares trying to rev up on the outside for the back of the pack. Kayla Soares is now 4th. So Chubwagon and Chitara have been going at it at a rapid pace in front now. And here is Kayla Soares. Kayla Soares has moved solidly into 3rd position, followed by the best. And Fia Desprez dropped out to trail the field. Chubwagon, Chitara 1-2 with Kayla Soares 3rd to the outside and still on the move at the quarter pole. By the best is in 4th and Fia Desprez. They turn for home with Chubwagon to beat. Chubwagon turns in. It's a 2-length lead. Kayla Soares fully extended toward the center of the track. She's reaching as Kayla Soares. Chubwagon with a furlong left to go. A little more to offer. Has a 3-length lead from Kayla Soares 2nd. And Chitara is in 3rd. And by the best of the outside, Chubwagon a dozen wins. She's just too much. Chubwagon!
Was there ever any doubt? Chubwagon gets the win with jockey Sylvester Gonzalez. And kudos to him because he has a baby on the way.
Yep.
His jockey agent Joe Hampshire was prepared to take his girlfriend to the hospital and hold her hand so he could ride Chubwagon.
Yeah, look, there's priorities in life, and I get it, but yeah, fortunately the baby held off, so Sylvester got to go down to Laurel to ride Chubwagon, and she is just amazing. Parks Horse of the Year last year, now 12 for 13 lifetime with the 1 second, and I texted with Danny Lopez, of course, who's the co-owner and breeder. He said maybe August 16th at Colonial is a possibility, next race in the match series, or possibly a race up at Presque Isle against Penbreds, but that would be, of course, her first time on the Tapeta artificial surface, and that's right at the same, basically, that's the same day, so they're going to have to make a decision on which one they want to go with.
Well, I think I'm going to be taking a road trip. Any one of our Let's Go Racing fans, if you want to, get in the back of my Jeep. Let's go see Chubwagon. Well, let's keep it going. We're going to stay at Laurel Park. It's the $150,000 Frank DeFrancis Memorial Dash Stakes, 6 furlongs. This is also part of the match series, and our favorite is on the last page. Wonder where Craig is 4-5 for trainer Brittany Russell, who is having herself a year.
Yeah, I mean, she's just been on a roll. And of course, Sheldon Russell prides. It's just, I mean, that's an incredible combination. Forget the Dubai race where it just didn't run, but before that, just nothing but win, 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 win.
Mike Maker sends out our second choice special reserve 2-1 Victor Carrasco Jr.
Yeah, this horse was most recently 4th in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. It's won graded stakes, so a really strong field. We're all about Baron here, aren't we? I mean, the 3-year-old champ last year at Parks for the males, would have been horse of the year in a lot of years that didn't include Chubwagon, and Baron's coming off 2 really strong seconds in his first 2 races of 2022.
Well, Baron is one handsome, cool dude. Here is the call of the Frank D. Francis Memorial Dash.
Special reserve off to a very sharp beginning. Wonder where Craig is, and Baron to mix it up in between horses. 3 of them right across the track. War Toxin for between now into 4th, and Karen's Notion is next in 5th. And to the outside is 3s over Deuces, and Rural Earn and Pickin' Time now drops to last position. 8 or 9 off his speed. Special reserve got plenty of company. Baron and Wonder where Craig is on the outside on the chase. 2 and 3 wide from 2nd and 3rd. Into the far turn run. Special reserve. Baron right there between. Wonder where Craig is on the outside. 3 right in a line with 3 furlongs left to go. And it's 3s over Deuces next. And between horses, Karen's Notion. War Toxin. Pickin' Time's got to pick it up. And Royal Earn trailing the field. And Baron has won this 3-way battle to the top of the lane. Baron with Wonder where Craig is keeping up on the outside now. Wonder where Craig is. Baron Special Reserve slips back in 3rd. Down toward the inside is War Toxin up for a share with 1 furlong left to go. Baron from Wonder where Craig is kicking away a length and a half, almost 2 lengths in front. Baron and Frankie Pennington. Baron is back on the beam. Baron to score in the Frank J. Francis Memorial Dash.
Well, Baron gets it done. He is just one really cool dude. He's so quiet in the paddock with jockey Frankie Pennington.
Yeah, look, Danny, this was a very difficult trip, right? He's in between 2 graded stakes winners going down the backstretch, and I'm thinking, watching this, I don't really like the looks of this. And then he just ran away from him. Baron is just super impressive. And look, what a weekend for Parks horses. I wrote about both Chubwagon and Baron on Let'sGoRacingParks.com this week. I would have written about the horse we're going to see next, but I just wrote about him a couple weeks ago. And that's right, it went up to Monmouth. But yeah, Baron is good. And Butch is trying to figure out, originally he was thinking PA Day at the races, but now he's looking at all this money in the match series. Baron's got a chance not just to win his division, he's got a chance to win all of it. So I think he's thinking about maybe Colonial, and of course the finale of the match series this year is here at Parks in early October. So Baron is in position to win lots and lots of that bonus money in the match series.
Yeah, and the match series is such a cool thing.
It is.
You get bonuses for the owners, the trainers.
Best PA bred. Yeah, and Butch, because I told Butch about it, and I saw him on Monday, and he said, yeah, I think we might have to reevaluate here. So he's thinking about what's that. Could be PA Day at the races here late August. Could be right back in the match series.
Pretty cool. Well, let's hear more from them, the winning connections of Baron.
Well, this is a very tough race today, and our post position draw wasn't fabulous either because they're right between those 2 speed horses. But Frankie just did a sensational job, kept him right up in there. And this horse is tough. We've known that all along. He gives it his best every time you lead him over here. So couldn't ask for more.
You know, he's a very quick horse, and like Butch said, he doesn't have to be on the lead. But he broke sharp. The horse inside went to the lead, so I set off, and he was pulling me the whole way. Then the top of the stretch, when I asked him, he took off for me, and I knew we were pretty good.
Well, let's head to the beach. It's the Jersey Shore at Monmouth Park, the My Frenchman Stakes, $100,000, 5.5 furlongs over the turf course, and the favorite is the number 2 one-timer for trainer Larry Ravelli.
Yeah, Larry is terrific with speed horses, and this horse is all speed. Danny, this horse was head-and-head for the lead in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint last year, and just won huge at Presque Isle in the first race off the layoff.
A horse after my own heart gets second choice, Too Many Twizzlers, 9-5 for Arnold Delacour, who is no stranger to good turf horses.
Yeah, no doubt. It got an 86 buyer at Monmouth, looked really good doing it, but like before, this for us is all about, that's right. We talked about this horse on the show, Michael Moore, and wrote about it. I mean, this is one fast horse, now tested for how good is he really. First time in a stakes race after winning a maiden and an AL event.
Definitely. Well, here is track announcer Frank Miramati with the My Frenchman Stakes.
That's Right is the quickest, blazing the way into the far turn with a 3-length advantage. Classic State of Mind in second. At the rails, center mid, Matty was in just a tad tight. Shuffles back a touch. One Timer is racing in between horses. Radical Right in the green outside. Too Many Twizzlers has a lot of work to do as the field turns for home. That's right, in complete command. It's a 6-length lead inside the final 1/8 of a mile, and he is freaking out here. That's right, and Andy Hernandez, complete domination in the My Frenchman.
That's right, is just too fast for them. Gets apprentice jockey Andy Hernandez, who makes the trip out. When him and Mike Moore team up, they are deadly together, but they have a really nice colt on their hands here for the turf.
Yeah, they sure do. Look, it was a question, how would he do against better competition? Well, it was the same race as in the other two, right? He just cruised to the front, crushed the field, got another 90 buyer figure. Next stop, Saratoga, where I'll take on the great Big Invasion, who's won 5 in a row, turf dashes. And maybe that's right is good enough. Who's to say he isn't? He won't be favored up there. Big Invasion will be, but great job by Mike Moore and Jim Shannon and the family. It's a great story, and it's just cool that Mike and his staff have this kind of a horse in their barn.
Yeah, I'm calling him the mini Ben's cat. Obviously, he's got a lot more to do to get there, but really cool. And he was a nice horse on the dirt.
Yep.
He's exceptional on the turf.
Everything's changed. His action changed. That's what Mike said. He noticed immediately the action that the horse ran with just totally changed on grass.
He flies over there. Let's hear more with our winning trainer, Mike Moore.
I will say it surprised me how quick he is. I mean, I know he's quick, but he's that quick to out sprint them, and there was a lot of speed. He got the lead relatively easy, and once he's on the lead by himself, I know he's fast, and it was going to be hard to run him down, and they couldn't run him down. So.
This is 3 wins in a row now for him. He broke his maiden, came back to win an allowance here. Stakes Company, there's always that kind of fear jumping into these waters. What is it like to train this colt going into this race?
I mean, he's easy to train. He trains well. He's just improved unbelievably on the turf. So that's what he gives us confidence in him. But I mean, you're right, like stepping into this race, he was going to have to pass this test, and he obviously did.
Let's keep it rolling. Let's head to Saratoga. It's the Grade 1 Diana Stakes going a mile and 1/8 on the turf, $500,000. Chad. But let's start with the favorite, Bleecker Street, 4-5, gets Irad Ortiz.
Right, Bleecker Street undefeated in 7 starts, an odds-on favorite here. And as you said, I don't know, they call it the Diana. I don't know if they just call it the Chad Derby, but Chad Brown with 4 of the 6.
And his brother takes second choice, Jose Ortiz, technical analysis.
Yeah, technical analysis, a very nice filly in her own right. Big win last time in the Gallaretta Pimlico.
Here's the call of the Grade 1 Diana Stakes.
In Italian, the leader here by a 1.5 lengths. It's In Italian on top. And then comes Creative Flair and Delica. They are right together, second and third, as technical analysis takes back just a bit in fourth. Right now, 4.5 from the front. The quarter, 22 2/5 seconds. In Italian shows the way as the field goes up the backstretch. In Italian by a 1.5 lengths. Creative Flair second by a head. The gray mare Delica on the outside in third. And then it's a 1.5 lengths to technical analysis, who's running in fourth. It's another 3. Back to Rougier. 2.5 more to the favorite, Bleecker Street, who trails in sixth. The half mile was sharp, 45 4/5 seconds. In Italian takes the field into the far turn, leads by 2.5 lengths. Delica and Creative Flair remain second and third with technical analysis now on the move on the outside. In Italian is the leader. Technical analysis has now moved into second. Rogier is gaining. Bleecker Street on the far outside. 3/4 went in 109 2. They're in the stretch. Here comes technical analysis up to challenge In Italian. It is In Italian who holds the lead. Technical analysis running in second. Then it is Rougier and Bleecker Street. In Italian trying to go wire to wire here. And In Italian here at Saratoga.
Joel Rosario doing what he does best, going gate to wire. Took that early lead with In Italian and kept it going.
He almost never gets past when he's out there loose. Danny, you're right about Joel. He's great on those kind of horses. And the longest of Chad's 4 horses, the longest price, wins the race at 8-1. And yes, it was the Chad Brown Superfecta. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And a new course record, so that kind of made it cool.
And his 7th win in the Diana.
Definitely setting the new course record was In Italian. Well, congratulations to them. We're going to head to another break. When we come back, our jockey and trainer of the week and lots more fun with race recap. We'll see you in a second.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our Jockeying Trainer of the Week is brought to you by Turning for Home, which is our racehorse retirement program here at Parks, taking horses daily and retiring them for their next careers. Well, let's get our Jockey of the Week, Sylvester Gonzalez. Not only did he win his stakes with Chub Wagon, he waited for his baby to come.
Yeah, there you go. And all the best with the baby, Sylvester.
Absolutely. We love Sylvester. And our Trainer of the Week, got to give it to Scott Lake. He had an incredible Monday, and he unveiled Uptown Amanda, a nice 2-year-old for our friend Joe Bessaker.
Yeah, Joe B was out here. He texted me, said I'm going to be out here, so I hung out with him. And yes, first-time starter, 2-year-old, ran out the TV set. And I know Scott and Joe are looking for some of those PA-bred new stakes that are coming here later in the year.
Definitely. Scott having a great year. And let's jump into race recap. Let's go to Saratoga. 2-year-olds in the Grade 3 Sanford Stakes, $175,000, going 6 furlongs.
Yeah, Todd Pletcher, the big favorite with Forte, the 4, but not really a factor. This is all about those people again. Brad Cox and Florent Giroux, 8-1, Mo Strike, the 6, is going to roll away from this field, Danny, and win by 3.5 lengths at the wire.
Yeah, Mo Strike really digging in there to fight for that win. Some really exciting 2-year-olds were unveiled up in Saratoga.
Of course, that's what Saratoga's about, right? In addition to everything else, the 2-year-olds, who are the next stars.
Yeah, mark those names down for the Derby next year. And here, let's go. Maybe we'll see some Oaks hopefuls in the Grade 3 Schuylerville for 2-year-old fillies, $175,000. Is well going 6 furlongs. Viderio was in it, but she got eliminated at the break.
Right, Viderio bobbled right at the start, the 4. That's the Butch Reed fillies, the half-sister to Vequist. And unfortunate, Just Cindy, the 1, gets the nice trip. Eddie Keneally coming up off a good win at Churchill Downs. Going to win this thing by 2 1/4. I would give Viderio another chance. I think it was kind of a heavy track. Missed the break. I think she's better than she showed.
Yeah, and of course, Sweet Promise for the coach. Yep. A nice second.
Yep.
I can't say enough good things about this filly. She's very professional,
She's
very long and lean. We're going to see a lot from her and
Yep.
Just Cindy, who's heading back to Kentucky for trainer Ed Keneally.
Yeah, no, I think they're both pretty good fillies. We'll see where they go.
Definitely a really good 2-year-old race there. And let's keep it going at Saratoga. It's the Grade 3 Forbidden Apple, $175,000, going 1 mile on the turf, and Turning for Home, it is anybody's race.
Yeah, we mentioned how good Joe Rosario is on front runners. He's also as good a finisher as there is in the sport. Watch City Man, the 10, the New York bred. Christophe Clement's going to come up and get this thing at the finish, and Clement is off to a sensational start early in Saratoga.
Oh, he certainly is. You guys remember him with Pure Sensations, who's in our Parks Hall of Fame. I'd like to mention City Man is by Mucho Macho Man that we saw win the Breeders' Cup Classic. Same ownership group, Reeves Thoroughbred Racing.
Yeah, now Mucho Macho Man was a really neat horse back in the day.
Definitely. A little city zip on the bottom, which where we get a nice turf horse. It's time for Eye on Racing. I am heading to the shore today. It's Haskell Day. It's the Grade 1 $1 million TVG.com Haskell. And it's going to be a great day at Monmouth Park. 6 stakes total.
Yeah, Jack Christopher will be an odds-on favorite for Chad Brown, undefeated. First time around 2 turns, first time really long. And Taba is coming in from the West Coast. And yes, Bob Baffert is the trainer. Bob is back. He's welcomed obviously at Monmouth Park, where they could rename the race the Bob Baffert. It's still the Haskell, but he's owned it. And if he's going to win this one, he's going to have to really have a runner, because Jack Christopher's really good. We also got Cyberknife in there. So a good race. Love the Haskell.
And Wade Barrio for,
yeah,
we saw him running the Derby.
Yep, ran in the Ohio Derby, recently ran second.
Definitely. And Del Mar opens up. It is officially summer. Saratoga and Del Mar open the Grade 2 San Clemente on the turf. And up at Saratoga, the coaching club American Oaks with our Kentucky Oaks winner Secret Oath making her return.
Yeah, can't wait to see Secret Oath and see how she's doing, because boy, she ran really well in the Preakness against the boys, and love to see Wayne win the coaching club.
Definitely. I really got to enjoy her grazing after she ran in the Preakness. We were back at the Stakes barn, and I was so close to her. I was just in awe. She is
I thought
gorgeous.
you were going to get up and try to ride.
Well, I wanted to.
You were thinking about taking a stroll down the shed.
Yeah, she was tired by then. I could easily take a stroll. Well, it's time for our final break. When we come back, news and notes just here on Let's Go Racing. If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Did you know absolutely no taxpayer dollars support the Pennsylvania horse racing industry? In fact, racing generates $1.6 billion that pays taxes, creates jobs, and more, right here in Pennsylvania.
Here in Pennsylvania, we're proud of our breeding program, the best in North America. But we're also proud to be leaders in this industry. The PA Horse Breeders Association is funding cutting-edge research at Penn Vet to detect gene doping in thoroughbreds. And we endorsed the SAFE Act to help end the slaughter of American horses. Plus, we're pleased to support the aftercare programs set up by our horsemen's groups. Just a few of the reasons why you should join us in Pennsylvania, the premier place to breed and race.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
And they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs,
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
all across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our news and notes is brought to you by the Granny Fund, which helps continuing education for people that want to go to college in our backstretch community. We help them with books, tuition, great things like that. And we're keeping it going with our serious show. It's Chris Griffin's turn on Down the Stretch at 11, Channel 85. Check it out.
Yeah, Dave Johnson, Bill Finley, downstretch.
Well, one of the Kentucky Derby winning riders, Sonny Leone, jockey Sonny Leone, taking a shot. He's moving his tack down to Gulfstream Park. He already had a win, and now's the time to do it.
Yeah, now look, he's a hot name. He's obviously dominated the Ohio circuit. He started his career at Gulfstream, kind of didn't really have much of an opportunity, and now why not? This is a good time to go because all the heavyweights aren't there, and there's a lot of money to be made for it.
Yeah, we got to see him at Parks here a little bit. Back down. He'll be
Good
all
luck
set
to
up
Sonny.
for when all the big races come in, but if not, he can make some money in the inside.
Absolutely.
Not only did he win the Derby, which is usually enough for a jockey, but he gave an incredible ride.
Yeah, nobody will ever forget Sonny's ride on Rich Strike. Horse may never win again, but he won that day.
Well, that wraps up Dick and I, but come hang out with us. We're racing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday here at Parks. Post time is 12:55. You will not regret it. You'll have a great time. Thanks for joining us here on Let's Go Racing. We will see you next week.
And they're off. Speaker's Corner has early speed. Hot Rod Charlie, Midnight Bourbon, American Revolution. American Revolution, a 16th to go. Hot Rod Charlie is opening up. Hot Rod Charlie will win the Pennsylvania.